It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis.
And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Hurts fumbles it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a 6th-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Now Minshew. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts' 1st down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, he bowls over it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective. And they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Minshew. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Shoves him aside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And that's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. So
getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown. And he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan's good to carry the ball the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
This taken in by Downs.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
First and 10, Taylor now.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, there he goes, right side.
He's on his way. Jonathan Taylor.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summarized in time, 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
They'll be looking to get in the end zone again, and the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. You've got to slow down the running.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Here's Minshew. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll run here with Taylor.
Powers through. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hurts and the Eagles now.
Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 40 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
On first down, Hurts.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the line.